Human development is a lifelong process of physical, behavioral, cognitive, and emotional growth and change. In the early stages of life, from babyhood to childhood, childhood to adolescence, and adolescence to adulthood, enormous changes take place. Throughout the process, each person develops attitudes and values that guides choices, relationships, and understanding. In order to understand human development, a number of different developmental theories have arisen to explain various aspects of human growth. Theories of development provide a framework for thinking about human growth, development, and learning. But why do we study development? What can we learn from psychological theories of development? If you have ever wondered about what motivates human thought and behavior, understanding these theories can provide useful insight into individuals and society.
Development is a series of age-related series that happen over the course of a lifespan. Several famous psychologists like Sigmund Freud, Erik Erikson, Piaget, and Lawrence Kohlberg describe development as a series of stages.
The Austrian psychiatrist Sigmund Freud proposed the psychosexual theory of development. He described personality development as a series of stages. Of these stages, Freud believed that early childhood was the most important, and personality developed at the age of 5. Early experiences play a large role in personality development, and this influences behavior later in life. Now, there are 5 stages, and if they are completed successfully, it becomes a healthy personality. But if some stages aren't completed successfully, fixation can happen. The stages of Freud's theory are the oral stage, the anal stage, the phallic stage, the latency stage, and a genital stage. Now, these are called psychosexual stages of development because each stage represents fixation of libido in different areas of the body. In the first stage of personality development, the libido is centered in the baby's mouth. In the second stage, the libido now becomes focused on the anus and the child derives great pleasure from defecating. On the third stage, sensitivity now becomes concentration in the genitals and masturbation in both sexes, and this becomes a new source of pleasure. In the fourth stage, no further psychosexual development takes place during this stage, and the libido is dormant. In the fifth stage, this is the last stage of Freud's psychosexual theory of personality development and begins in puberty. It is a time of adolescent sexual experimentation.
Erik Erikson identified 8 stages of psychosocial development, with each stage presenting a conflict that they must overcome.
Like Freud, Erik Erikson believed in the importance of early childhood. However, Erikson believed that personality development happens over the entire course of a person's life.
This lesson will discuss conflict and growth associated with each stage of development.
Erik Erikson, the psychosocial stages consist of trust,
Mistrust,
autonomy,
shame and doubt,
initiative,
guilt,
identity,
role confusion,
intimacy,
isolation,
generativity,
stagnation,
and ego integrity.
despair.
Trust. This stage happens from birth to 18 months. Each time an infant's needs are adequately met, whether these needs are for food, diaper change, or even rest, then the infant develops trust and security. The child develops belief that the world is a good place and is hopeful and optimistic that her needs will be met by others as well.
If care is inadequate, inconsistent, and insensitive, the child is more likely to develop a sense of mistrust. She or he may withdraw from others in belief they cannot fulfill her needs, or she may feel insecure and unworthy of responsive care from stress and others.
Swiss biologist, philosopher, and psychologist Jean Piaget believed that children's thinking is unique and better in its own way. He also believed that children actively seek to better understand the world by interacting with their environment. A young child's understanding is certainly different from an adult. Just as a child's body and physical abilities change, so do her way of knowing and perceiving the world. Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development. The stages are sensory-motor stage. During this stage, infants and toddlers acquire knowledge through sensory experiences and manipulating objects. Second stage is the pre-operational stage. At this stage, kids learn through pretend play but still struggle with logic and taking the point of view of other people. Stage 3 is the concrete operation. Kids at this point of development begin to think more logically, but their thinking can also be very rigid. The formal operational stage is the fourth and final stage of Piaget's theory of cognitive development. The emerging abstract thought and hypothetical reasoning mark this phase of development. At this point in development, thinking becomes much more sophisticated and advanced. Kids can think through abstract and theoretical
concepts, and use logic to come up with creative solutions and problems. Lawrence Kohlberg focused on moral reasoning, or what people think about what they do about right or wrong. Influenced by Piaget, who believed that moral reasoning depends on a person's level of cognitive development. Kohlberg proposed that people should pass the three levels: the pre-conventional level, the conventional level, and the post-conventional level. At the first stage of this level, children ascribe great importance to the authority of adults. At the second stage of this level, an action is wrong if the child is punished, and rewarded if an action is right. Children value rules, in which they follow in order to get the approval of others. In the first stage, the children want the approval of people close to them. In the second stage, they become more concerned with the rules of society. In the final level, people become more flexible and consider what's important to them. In the first stage of this level, people still want to follow society's rule. In the second stage, people figure out what's right and wrong for themselves and for the society also.
Human development is important because it allows us to connect ourselves to others and understand how we learn and grow throughout different stages of our lives.
To the bathroom, I'll strategically place myself by the jukebox. So
Hi, have you met Ted?
Hi.
Let me guess. Ted.
Human development is important because it is the process through different stages of life, showing how humans develop emotionally, physically, and mentally at different ages as they grow.
Look, Penny, I wish I could be more lenient with you, but since you've become a permanent member of our social group, I have to hold you to the same standards as everybody else.
Congratulations, you're officially one of us.
This is important because without human development, people would never be able to advance emotionally or psychologically. Understanding this allows us better to understand people, how they act, and why.
You start.
Okay, I've always been curious. What was Leonard like when he was little?
Oh, I think you mean young. He's always been little.
Right, okay, what was he like when he was young?
You'll have to be more specific.
Oh, okay, like 5 or 6. 5.
Oh, well, at that age, he was well enmeshed in what Freud would call the phallic stage of psychosexual development. An outmoded theory, of course, but the boy did spend most of his waking hours with a tight grasp on his penis.
Oh, yeah, Leonard mentioned you were a psychiatrist.
Well, that is one of my degrees. My primary field is neuroscience.
Oh, well, I'm an actress.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, there are studies that suggest that many who go into the performing arts suffer from an external locus of identity.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Well, it means you value yourself only as others value you, which is often the result of unmet childhood emotional needs.
Oh, well, I had a wonderful childhood.
Tell me about it.
When we think of human development, it's easy to think of it as a process that is largely complete once we hit early adulthood. It is important to realize, however, that development is an ongoing process that continues all throughout life. As you enter adulthood, navigate middle age, and face the onset of old age, having a greater understanding of how people continue to grow and change as they get older can help you appreciate and manage all the stages of your life. Help you gain a greater understanding of what is normal. While every person is a little bit different, human development tends to follow a remarkably predictable pattern. Once you have studied development, you'll know what's typical at certain ages and stages.